The Summoner's Nexus TCG is an indie digital trading card game that I've been working on for the last 3.5 odd years. Now, with the game currently in its pre-alpha/open beta, we're putting out resources to teach people more about the game and also just like letting people know about all of the stuff we've got out there to make it easy for you to get involved and engaged with the game and the community, one of those things being the website. Now, the Summoner's Nexus website is the very first thing that comes up when you Google the words Summoner's Nexus, but in case, you don't want to do that, you can just go to www.summonersnexus.com and that will bring you directly here. This is the main hub through which people download and gain access to the game, but there's actually a lot more that you can do with it. So I'm going to go over the basic stuff for those of you who have used the website before, and maybe you'll learn something new about the other things you can do on the website or the other things that we have on display here. And for those of you who have never visited the website before, hi, come download the game and check it out. So starting with the homepage is relatively straightforward and basic. It gives you some information about the game, what we have planned. You have links to our Discord, you have links to our Patreon, you have links to the YouTube channel, and links to the sponsorship page, which allows you to sponsor cards on the website, which will then in-game reflect whichever card you chose to sponsor. Now, as for additional features that we have here on the website, and something that I tend to find particularly useful is the search bar. Now, the search bar allows you to search the catalog of all of the cards that are currently in the game. All 123 base cards can be found here, and if you put in the text for any of their names, abilities, or even the text in their abilities, it will start to come up. So for example, if I type in the word Assault Zone, you will see every card that mentions the Assault Zone come up. For example, the Wandering Ryu. If you hover over him, you get a bit of a box, but really you want to go directly to his specific card page because every card in the game has its own specific and dedicated card page, and it breaks down all of the abilities that that card has. Now, if you want to see a specific catalog dedicated to having all of the cards instead of using the search bar, we've also got that where you can filter subset by subset to decide exactly what you want to see all together. Now, right next to the catalog, and I guess I'm sort of burying the lead with one of the cooler things that we have on the website, we've got a card maker function which allows you to create and design your own custom cards. You can upload your own files, give them unique names, give them unique abilities, and download/export them to share with the Discord or just to keep for yourselves to see what it would look like if you were able to create your own card for the Summoner's Nexus TCG. Now, aside from those really flashy features that I just mentioned, we've also got a dedicated About Us tab, which, I mean, the About Us page itself just tells you a little bit more about the company, about the development of the game, how we got to where we are, so on and so forth. But beyond just having the About Us section, we've got a press kit, we've got the credits in case you want to find out, the names of the different artists who have worked on the project with us, the writers, so on and so forth, like who was responsible for what on the Summoner's Nexus project as a whole. That can all be found here, and then our terms and conditions in case you wanted to refresh your memory on what those were, but you probably should have read them already if you've downloaded the game. We've also got a dedicated page that teaches you how to play the game in a bit of a summarized format, right? The objective, what you need for it, how the zones are set up, so on and so forth. So if you ever read through this, as well as like any of the other resources on the YouTube channel, you should have a generally good idea on how to play the game. But beyond just how to play the game, we've also got like deck suggestions of the cards and how you might go about building/playing specific combinations based on skill level. So we've got starter decks, intermediate, and advanced decks. It showcases the cards that would go into the deck and like the format, these cards being the ones for the player's hand and these ones being the ones for the player's resource deck. It follows the same model that you see in the app, and there's little like breakdowns and explanations as to why and how you play these decks in the way that you do, right? This hasn't loaded yet, but if it does, if I refresh the page, it should work properly. There we go. And you can see everything that goes into piloting this specific deck. Now, we do have an ordinary donate feature where you can go and donate any amount that you want to, but if you donate a specific amount, then you can become an executive producer on the project and you get featured in the credits. But what I find really cool is the card sponsor system, whereby if you want to, you can come down here and you can just purchase one of the cards in the game. And the reason why it's so expensive is because you don't literally physically own the card, but in game you are registered on every single player's account as being like the owner, the sponsor for that specific card. You get to have your name featured in game next to that card, along with a message directly from you, which any player who uses that card for the duration of the game's lifespan will just always have, like, they'll just see your name and your message beside it. So it's like registered administered to you, which I find really, really cool as a way to like have the community cement and ingrain themselves in the legacy of the game. So that's a really cool thing that we have. The updates page isn't used as often as maybe it should be, since we have the Discord where we tend to update the community over there. But sometimes, you know, you do get like an article posted that explains a balance change or something like that. But keep your eye on the Discord more so than anything else. And then lastly, we've got the contact section where you can just get in touch with us. We've got contacts and error reports as like separate things. In case you run into a bug, you can put that over here, but we've also got a channel in the Discord where you can report that, and then frequently asked questions that you can find over here. The last thing is like the most obvious, which is the download feature, where you just come over here and you can download the APKs for the game, or for iOS you use Test Flight instead, but that's its own can of worms. But yeah, that is everything on the Summoners Nexus website currently. I hope this little tour was helpful in like showcasing what we've got so far. And if it wasn't, thank you for hanging out with me anyway. If you enjoyed, please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're interested in the game, the project, the website, anything that we've got going on over here, and have a wonderful day. Take care.